Welcome to GameVaults, World of Warcraft Edition. 2 players, 88 million moves. To open the GameVaults, flip down the dungeon panel located on the front of the vault. Continue to unlock the vault by sliding the locking mechanism to the right. In GameVaults, there are 2 players, the Vaulters and the Blockers. For the World of Warcraft Edition, Vaulters can choose 4 of their favorite faction leaders. The Blocker controls 20 monsters. When the Vaulter captures 5 of the Blocker's 20 game pieces, the Vaulter is deemed the winner. If the Blocker surrounds all 4 of the Vaulter's game pieces, restricting the Vaulter from being able to move, the Blocker is declared the winner. The game spaces are designed with a series of indicators or directional arrows. All game pieces can only move in the directions dictated by the indicators. There are 7 unique game spaces, making up a total of 25 playable spaces on the GameVaults playing surface. Level 43 is the initial 43 move setup and precursor to the skirmish. The Vaulter initiates the game by placing their game pieces in each of the 4 corner spaces of the playing surface. After that, the Blocker can lay down their first game piece on any open game space. The Blocker should be cautious to choose spaces that avoid being captured by the Vaulter. From this point on, the players alternate turns throughout the remainder of the game. The Vaulter can capture the Blocker's game pieces at any time during the initial level 43 phase and does not need to wait until all 20 of the Blocker's game pieces are placed on the playing surface. The Blocker cannot begin to move until all 20 of their game pieces have been placed on the playing surface. The game can be won or lost by either side during level 43, before the skirmish ever begins. The skirmish begins only after all of the Blocker's 20 game pieces have been placed on an open space, thus ending level 43. At this point, the Blocker can begin to move their game pieces in an attempt to surround the 4 Vaulters' pieces. The first skirmish scenario depicts the final play as the Vaulter wins by capturing 5 of the Blocker's game pieces. In order to capture the Blocker's game piece, the Vaulter must jump over the Blocker's game piece. This can only be done if there is an open space to land on in the direction allowed by the indicators on the opposite side of the Blocker's game piece. Captured game pieces must be removed from the playing surface and placed into the dungeon. The Vaulter can only capture one of the Blocker's game pieces during each turn and cannot double jump at any time. Vaulters can never jump their own game piece in order to travel to another space. If the Vaulter captures 5 of the Blocker's game pieces, game over. The second skirmish scenario depicts the final play as the Blocker wins by surrounding all 4 of the Vaulter's game pieces. The Blocker's 20 game pieces can move to any adjacent free open space dictated by the indicators. The Blocker can never jump their own game pieces or the game pieces of the Vaulter. If the Blocker surrounds all 4 of the Vaulter's game pieces, restricting the Vaulter's movement, game over. The GameVaults platform sits over 5 inches above the table surface. With the addition of iconic architectural elements, some landing spaces are raised as high as 11 inches, ultimately obscuring the line of sight of all game pieces. The rules have changed.